Good evening. Welcome to Military Strategies. We're live. December 20th, 2025. Breaking news. Big news. The United States of America has done it again. They've once again seized an oil tanker from Nicolas Maduro's ghost fleet off the coast near Venezuela. We have the details. We have information, folks. This is Military Strategies. Maduro is having a bad day. The regime of the Cartel of the Suns loses another oil tanker. Your likes, your comments, let's get started. Good evening, family. Welcome to Military Strategies. We're live now, December 20, 2025. It has just been leaked. It has just been said that the United States of America has done it again.
Excuse me while I change the
Caption, this caught all of us off guard. It was unexpected. There it is. Another tanker hijacking near Venezuela. Let's go all in. Let's go all in. Likes, super chats, everything activated now because we're one of the few channels that have been following the ghost fleet for days, creating the list of ships. And it could be that we have the name of Donald Trump's victim. Between the 19th and the 20th, welcome us to Military Strategies. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it. It's worth it. We're nearing 400,000. There's only one way to make this possible, and that's with you. When it seemed like people were losing hope and excitement for Venezuela, another bombshell hit. Well, now we have to ask ourselves, where's the protection that Nicolas Maduro, Diosdado Cabello, and Vladimir Padrino were supposed to provide? And all this riffraff on the oil tankers that are raiding Venezuela's oil reserves. And the people aren't seeing a single cent or a single dollar. I'm going to give you a number of the ship I suspect and that we're going to show you in a few minutes. Has been taken by the United States. The account in barrels of oil goes to $66.3 billion. $66.3 billion.
Well,
it's not Skipper. It's not as big as Skipper, but it's big. I think it's the one I'm thinking of. Now we'll research it live and do everything here. Waiting for the video to come out since it has to be released. This is already a big deal on social media. It's been leaked, it's been talked about, and now we want to know who, how, when, and where. Also, we're going to talk about the military situation. We're going to watch videos from Venezuela, and we're going to recall words that have been said. Here's what angers Nicolas Maduro most: losing his ships. First, he loses money. Second, he loses something else. Other ship owners have stopped sending ships to Venezuela because they know Donald Trump is serious. It's not just one ship, now it's two. And be careful, because It could be 3. Skipper, he's arriving at the Texas stuff. 333 meters of oil tanker. Well, that crude is going to be unloaded in the United States, and since Maduro doesn't come in good faith, he's going to come in bad. There's one thing that stands out in this story. Family, I don't want you to lose track of all this. For the past 72 hours, the United States has been tracking an oil tanker. We saw it with Black Cat. We saw those flights with the operation that was carried out with the airborne warning and control system and all the planes. And now it's confirmed. What we already thought was going to happen, that a tanker was going to go down, we were already saying another tanker is going to go down. In fact, we did that big show with a list of possible candidates to go down. What we're going to do right now is the logical thing in this story, which is nothing more and nothing less than to get ourselves involved with the main topic. Let's check the skies. Let's see what's happening.
Oh.
It's been 24 hours without seeing any fighter jets. In the skies of Venezuela, family, suspenseful music, action music. We're doing a head count right now. The only thing we do see, not in the Venezuelan footage, but in the Trinidad and Tobago footage, are the maritime patrol planes. This is what's confusing people a lot. The oil tanker could be there. There is a possible candidate in that area. Notice that these planes are doing a kind of maritime patrol. Look, Venezuela is completely blocked by the blockade.
Oh.
They're watching to make sure that none of the Ghost Fleet's oil tankers slip through. I'm going to tell you something in the next few days. Nicolas Maduro, desperate with this situation, he has asked the captains of the sanctioned ships to turn off the transponder, change the ship's identity, and place it somewhere else in the world. That's how it's been, and in fact, the list of ships we had, some now appear in Malaysia when we know they're actually there. We had seen it here on military strategies. Well, the story we're seeing is just another chapter, The Art of War. Make the enemy believe that when you're far away, you're actually close, and when you're close, make them think you're far away. Well, the plan didn't work out. It didn't work out for Nicolas Maduro because, of course, you can't hide a ship that's over 100 meters long. It's absolute madness. Family is something that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Let's see who comes up with that. What kind of disturbed person would come up with that? Knowing the naval surveillance capabilities the United States has, knowing what's happening with the drug boats, who would even think of that? To try to get a tanker out from the United States to America, that they wouldn't see it? You'd have to be an idiot, Nicholas. You don't learn, Nicholas. You just don't want to get it. I've already started laughing with Diosdado Cabello because, of course, these guys now need a hard hit. They said, nothing's going to happen. Nothing will happen. Well, take that, oilman. Lanza del Sur. This is getting more and more interesting. The Corsairs. The Corsairs. Nicholas, another one about Corsairs. Well, we were talking bats. The bats are here, the bats. Are they going to take it with Trinidad and Tobago? Are they going to take it with Trinidad and Tobago? In fact, Maduro has been hinting that there will be an attack on Trinidad and Tobago against ships in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's see. I see some comments here, huh? I want comments in the chat. Let's keep commenting. It's not raiding, it's confiscating. First, you raid, then secure and confiscate the ship. There's the military boarding operation, and then comes the legal confiscation of the ship. They're different things, Ephraim. It's been raided and confiscated. Look at this. Attention. This is the map right now. Ships in red are tankers, gas carriers, or chemical carriers. Right now in the Trinidad area in the Caribbean Seabelt. There, just a few. Just a few. He just called me right now, Gaston. Just a second. We're talking sharing information with Guarimba, united in the cause. All right, there's a suspect. But I don't think it's this one. And now you're going to understand why this ship is here? Right in the same place where the planes are circling. And right in front to the east of Trinidad and Tobago. We have this DF Peak. It's not Peppa Peak, it's DF Peak. It used to be called Kaliningrad. Now, Captain.
Aye.
Here we see photos. He is sanctioned. He is sanctioned. Could it be this one? I don't think so. Maybe it's him. It could be. Could be one of the options. We'll find out. We'll discover it throughout this show. Which one is the ship? There are options. There are many options. So let's see. This one. It's a 115-ton ship, about 845,000 barrels of oil, roughly $79.9 million. Between $59 and $72 million, depending on crude type. There are sanctions. There are sanctions. This one is sanctioned by the United States of America for transporting Venezuelan crude oil to other sanctioned networks. Since when? Let's see if it's one of the recent ones. Let's check it out. Since 2024.
24.
Since February 2024, Decisive Peak is sanctioned. Of course, people are watching. That the planes are around here. That they are operating in this area. Could it have been them? It could be. Right now, there are 12,000 of us live. Wanting to find out, wanting to know. Who did POTUS take home tonight? Who is going to fall into the hands? Of Nicolas Maduro? Place your bets, get set. The action returns, Bar Caraib. The Navy SEALs have raided a ship, the second one.
No.
The second one in the story.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to saying it. I'm looking forward to saying it. I think there's a key element in this story
Yeah.
that can lead us to figure out which ship it is. Let's see what happened to Skipper, how the operation was carried out. There we see him. Descending by rappelling. Pass rope, that's what this type of fast descent technique is called. The Navy SEALs were taking the Skipper ship. Archive footage, not too old, really makes your day. This has happened again. Now we want to know who the victim is. Well, tonight is going to be really entertaining when now Maduro starts appearing on television, yelling insane. Now, the question I ask all the advertisers, marketing agencies of the Cartel of the Suns regime, what are you going to tell us? They talked about patrols, sending fishermen, going in, protecting the ships. Maduro was laughing. Maduro was smiling. Maduro, you said it wouldn't happen again, and oh my God, it happened again. Have they taken another ship from Nicolas Maduro again? And now what? Now what, Nicholas? Where is the Navy? Said Vladimir Padrino. We will act.
Yes.
Measures. Where are the measures?
Yes.
Said Diostato, holding a machete. We're going to finish them off, said Canel. No one moves here. No one surrenders.
Yeah.
Are you leaving? Tough problem, tough problem. To Maduro, they've given Maduro the banana. Not to say something else, because you already told me not to say it. And to him, yes. His face right now must be a real picture. He must be on the phone sending messages saying they've hijacked another ship. That this is about oil,
It's
Unbelievable. Let's discuss the ships and I'll explain something. They're still coming in, so make yourselves comfortable, okay? Make yourselves comfortable. More planes are still arriving. Intangible ones. They're still arriving in Puerto Rico and the Caribbean Sea. Let there be no doubt. We need to realize that when people post opinions on social media about delays, that's enough. They're just playing around. The issue of Venezuela is not an easy one, family. It's not about waking up in the morning, going there and saying, let's invade Venezuela and kick out Nicolas Maduro. No, it's not that easy. It's not that easy to move the logistics of all the military equipment that's being moved for that kind of mission. We're talking about overthrowing a regime that controls an entire country, where there are different actors involved. Guerrillas, cartels, family clans. It's not easy. It's a complex military mission, one of the most complex that the United States of America could face, which does not want to invade directly.
Exactamente.
The lands of Boogeyman? The United States doesn't want to engage with these people directly. He knows there would be casualties. That would look bad for Donald Trump. So they want to deliver the decisive blow from the air. If they want to provoke the mass flight of the entire cartel of the Sons and Army leadership, they have to accumulate a very, very large amount of material so that in the first 48 hours, there is little or nothing left from Nicolas Maduro. And that's not so easy. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. The United States spent months preparing before invading Iraq. before attacking Afghanistan months.
This.
Any large-scale operation by the United States of America involves a massive buildup of forces, a very, very large one. We can't demand that the United States launch an attack if they're not prepared. There are still elements remaining. The Dominican Republic joined a week ago, and look at the key role the Dominican Republic has now for in-flight refueling. We have to keep closing the circle and be careful. The United States is losing money with this, but it will recover it with the ships. So now the United States doesn't care anymore. Boogeyman doesn't care, Maduro doesn't care. The girl from the curve.
President Nicolas Maduro has called a nighttime event to defend national sovereignty. We will live and overcome.
This is the problem. The problem is not for the United States. The problem is for them. Why? Because while the United States keeps threatening, saying it's coming or not coming, one plane appears, another doesn't. Maduro has to have the entire army deployed, all the troops, he can't leave any at home.
So.
Do you know how much that costs? The logistical, emotional, psychological, and economic expense of having to deploy the entire armed forces indefinitely? Venezuela is only prepared to deploy them for 30 days. After that, supply problems start to arise. And the girl from the curve won't be bringing sandwiches. She's not going, the guerrillas aren't going either. These guys aren't going either. Be careful with these guys because while they're walking around with rifles in hand, they're not being profitable for the regime. They're not working. They're not going to the factories to work like slaves. They're out on the streets. And in the end, this ends up being unproductive for the regime. Nicolas Maduro is the one with the problem. The United States doesn't really have it. Its aircraft carrier, likely meant for the Mediterranean, is now in the Caribbean Sea, and its destroyers might be too. In the waters of Taiwan or the Caribbean Sea, it doesn't matter. The deployment we're seeing now has been to centralize units from different places, to concentrate them in the Caribbean Sea. That's why we say that some have an unlimited budget. And Maduro doesn't have it. Now Maduro is not going to have an unlimited budget. Now Maduro, tell me what he's going to have. He's going to realize that in 25 days, it's unsustainable. He can't be mobilizing for 24 hours. That's why they were in such a hurry to hold public demonstrations, to organize protests, to brandish machetes, to give them cars. We'll talk about this in another show later. We'll talk about this story.
Yeah.
Because they've staged already. The terrifying Alexander Granco Arteaga, the butcher of the regime. But we'll talk about that later. Now let's move on to ships, military matters. Of course, people are thinking nothing's happening another day, nothing's happening, another day, nothing's happening, right, gentlemen? A lot of planes are arriving. A huge, unprecedented military force is arriving, as Donald Trump recently stated. We're bringing things that have never been seen before, and we're not done yet. Planes will keep arriving, soldiers will keep arriving. And when the number is irreversible for the Cartel de los Soles catastrophe, they will attack. We should stop worrying about whether it will happen tonight or tomorrow.
No.
Let's stop thinking about that. We have to look at the moment, the situation, what's happening, what's going on. Planes arrive and depart. Calculations made, destinations studied. How many hours? What are they doing? We're live right now, folks. We're live. Yvonne says over here, let's address the super chats. If you disagree, let's discuss it. Let's keep discussing the story. You might see it differently, but it's not really such an easy story. I'm going to explain it step by step again. Excuse me, my friend. Our friend Yvonne says here, I have to excuse him. Is that your opinion? But can a country that has nothing at all and could be swept away with a breath really cast doubt on the organizational power of a country that takes a long time to intervene with them? No, sorry. In that case, I agree with you. Nicolas Maduro has drones that likely only the United States knows about. Those drones could target the United States or its allies. Point number one. Point number two. Even if militarily it is not possible to face an attack from the United States, guerrilla warfare can still harm the people of Venezuela and the United States. The only way to prevent that from happening is by having an unstoppable military force. Overwhelming. Overwhelming so that any fanatic, the regime, when they climb Avila Mountain, up at the top of Caracas, seeing what's coming down La Guaira Highway, they'll say, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. When they see that there is complete domination of the skies over Venezuela, that there are no F-16s, no Su-30s, that there are no motorcycles riding around the street, people will come out to celebrate that Nicolas Maduro is leaving. But if the attack is lukewarm, if there aren't enough people, if the necessary actions aren't taken, could the problem become entrenched and lead to a guerrilla war? And that's exactly what we must avoid in this scenario. The United States is playing its cards right as it's now causing significant economic damage. It will reach an unsustainable point for both Venezuela and Cuba. And Cuba, he's the boss. Petro already let him go and told him he has to leave. His longtime allies have abandoned him. Russia won't help. Without a land entry, success will be hard and take a long time. Juan Manuel, it's possible, but the entry has to be by land. It has to be overwhelming. It has to be overwhelming. So there's no opportunity
That
for the regime. An attack. Very, very powerful. Loco, thank you so much. Question. All those points on the Venezuelan coasts of Venezuela with oil, chemicals, and propellants are all under satellite surveillance. Where does Venezuela get it for so many? Look, my friend. The world isn't like we think. We live in a world with thousands of ships. Fíjate. That's the world of oil tankers. That's the energy of our planet. What are you seeing here? Look at the number of different types of tanker ships around the world. It's crazy. Venezuela, obviously, as an oil-producing country, has a lot of traffic of this type of ship. But look at the iconic image of all the sanctioned ships, or almost all of them, locked up there in the Gulf of Venezuela, and none of them dare to leave. And the one that dares to does it almost by passing along the beach, skirting from one place to another. Tremendous. It's an image, and it will go down in history. Jaila Aguilar, thank you so much for that super chat, and now I'm going to tell you something. We're seeing who it could be. Who it could be, who the ship could be. We've looked at the Trinidad and Tobago area. We knew there was a ship that I had been keeping an eye on for a long time, which is the Azure. The Azure is in international waters and has been there for days. It comes from China, supposedly. Maybe. The Azure transponder is modified. This ship usually does that. It usually changes its position. But it's been there for too long. There are more, but these, for example, Minerva Astra, belongs to Chevron, so it's not going to be that one. There's one that did something very strange today. Very strange. There's a ship. And today it has changed its navigation system. And we believe it could be him. Now we're going to see it. It's clear that this whole situation is going to take time, but we have to see it. Let's see. Who it could be. Who do you guys think? We had him on the list. He was on our list. He was on the list before, but actually he wasn't. Somehow, this one we're going to talk about now slipped past us, or we don't know. We don't understand. This was only possible one way. That oil tanker was in stealth mode loading. And then it left. To the spotlight. Then it came into the spotlight. All right, let's see. Breaking news. Let's see if they've already confirmed. The name. Let's see.
Let's search.
I'm asking you all for something. Before you start putting names in the chat, because you're reading it somewhere, be careful with this. Be careful with this, because here we have to give news that is true.
Let's see.
You're putting Dianki. The oil tanker Dianki was inside Lake Maracaibo. Be careful with what you're saying, because there's a lot of talk and many names being mentioned. Be careful. It could be. It could be. He got better. Dianki got better, and they took him away. It could be. It could be. It could be. It could be. But the Coastal Patrol, they're saying here, I've confirmed the Coast Guard with the assistance of the Interceptor Navy, seized the sanctioned crude oil tanker, motor tanker Dianki, flying a Comoros Islands flag, owned by India and allegedly in the Russian Shadow Fleet, or at sea. Caribbean Sea. I'm going to point something out to you. I've seen something very unusual on another ship. Let's go here. Bonaire Island. And supposedly, 12 hours ago, the position of this oil tanker was received. The new power.
What?
This one you see here. 12 hours ago. This one we're looking at, who is heavily sanctioned. Very, very sanctioned. It's impossible for him to be there. It's impossible for that ship to be there. Let's see what happened. The supposed route of the ship. Day 19/8/48 UTC.
Okay.
The ship starts to move. At midnight, the ship starts to move. 1 a.m. on December 20 today. Supposedly, the ship does this. Honestly, I haven't seen any ship fly. This one seems to have flown over the island of Bonaire and landed on the beach. Look, there's the ship flying. Something must have happened. Something happened to that ship? That ship isn't stranded there. Something has happened with that ship. Or maybe they deliberately modified it. The thing is, we also don't know how it appeared there in front of Ruva. Well, Dianchi was there. They're talking about Dianchi. It could be Dianchi. It refueled. And it left. It was coming from this Altagracia. It was heading towards Umway. I'm surprised they removed Dianchi. I'm surprised. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. The news is family.
Yeah.
They've taken an oil tanker. Some say it might have been Dianchi. I bet on new power,
Or
which is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. In all the oil tankers that are around here, we see it again.
so
Apparently, there's an oil tanker on Bonaire's beach. I don't think so. And supposedly the oil tanker. Done with this. Fly over the island. Doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make much sense. Let's see. Let's look for Dianchi now. Bostrak? Where did it come from? Dianchi? Dianchi was around here. Cut the transponder. It didn't start moving at 6 UTC.
okay.
At that time in Spain,
Yeah.
Supposedly. At 7 o'clock I was there. Or they have modified the ship's global positioning system. Since the ship was present, they might have modified it. It could have been modified. To make my camera smaller here? Sorry, you know I always have to be moving things around and messing with gadgets. Dianshi. Boom, could it have been Dianshi? It's just that, according to the date, she was inside there today. She should have left here, already gone out to the Gulf of Venezuela, already gone out to open sea. I don't know. I don't think so, huh? I don't think so, but they took one, and I think it was new power. I think it was new power. There are 18,000 people here right now in military strategies. Why are they going to take that one out? And do they have a bunch of them here? Albaex is suspended here. Everyone is suspended. Are they going to take a chance with one from here? When they know they're being watched? There's a lot of tension. Right now, they're discussing Centuris. Let's find it. Centuris was on our list.
Oh.
There were the sanctioned ones, Centuris. Let's check it. Look up Centuris. Year 2001.
Oh, no.
One of the largest in the world, one of the largest oil tankers in the world.
Oh.
It can carry 2,275,000 barrels. Are you crazy? How are they going to take this? There's no evidence that he's sanctioned. He's not sanctioned. Oh my God, they're taking Centuris. Along with Skipper, the very best. Measures another 333 meters. It's a Skipper brother. Let's look for Dianchi again. Capacity?
Shit.
$71 million. And Centuris? Capacity? If it were... Oh my God, if it were Centuris, $193 million.
Yes.
It's Dianchi, not Bianchi. Dianchi? Why do people call it Dianchi? I don't know. Has someone written it there? Now everyone is saying Dianchi, Dianchi, Dianchi. Confirmed, confirmed, confirmed. But how do we confirm it if the one who has to confirm it and the one who has to say it is
the Secretary of War? It could be, huh? It could be. It could be.
Now we need to see how Maduro will react. If they've taken the wallet out of his pocket again in the Gulf of Venezuela,
No.
it's game over. Look, if it's confirmed that it was Dianci, it would be game over. If it's confirmed that it was New Power, it would also be game over. Whoever it was, it's game over. For the regime, because they will show they're incapable of selling. Who's going to buy crude from Maduro? If they know the Americans are going to stop it, no one. I don't know, but they're going to have to start putting barrels of oil on Conviasa's planes. Now you have to see all the little weevils moving around like a bag of worms, spitting bile from their mouths.
Attention, with this, there's another piece of news.
Some say Dianci, others say Centuris. The United States Coast Guard, with assistance from the Navy, intercepted and seized the Panama-flagged supertanker today. It is owned by China. Motor tanker Centuris, Southern Carrillo Sea, off Venezuela. As the Trump administration intensifies its pressure campaign against the government of President Nicolas Maduro, officials directed statements to the Wall Street Journal. Oh my God, if it's Centuris, this is going to be an earthquake. Oh my God, family, your likes are super important. I want 2 million likes. Oh my God. 2,700,000 barrels. What madness is this? Let's see if they make a clip out of this too, today. Of course, they're talking to Centuris. Be careful, since the ship and cargo are Chinese and the payer is also Chinese. Yes, China has paid. What are they going to do now? Is Beijing going to send a military escort to pick up their ships in Venezuela? Or are they going to accept the loss? Careful, because there could be more here. There are people who are saying Centuris Dianshi. GDA for the smallest New Power Trump. Don't take the bigger ones. This is a real movie, huh? It's a real movie. We want the video, and it's coming out. I want to see this Secretary of War. Everyone is hitting F5 about the Secretary of War's Twitter account. Or about Truth Donna Trump. She's in Miami now, baby. Let's check out Truth Social Network. Nothing. For now, silence. For now, silence. Family.
Yeah.
What position does this leave Venezuela in right now? It leaves it in a very, very vulnerable position.
Hable.
The ship owners, the insurers, are going to refuse. Are going to refuse to work with Venezuela,
Yeah.
which is more than $10 billion. The bombshell that the United States is dropping right now on Nicolas Maduro is a real bombshell. Why could it have been centuries? Why could it have been? What could it have been? One moment. Attention, one moment. Attention, one moment.
Let's see.
Attention, one moment.
To.
We are checking the video.
To.
Attention, one moment.
To.
We have breaking news. We have breaking news.
Attention, we have video. Yo. We have video. Yo. Family.
We have video.
Yo.
Confirmed. We still need to confirm the name. I'm working on it. I want everything. I want the name. I want everything.
Oh.
1 second, family.
Yeah.
Let's see. Patience, okay? Patience, please. They've really screwed Maduro over, big time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Breaking news right now.
Oh.
We have breaking news.
Oh.
Earthquake. Earthquake, family earthquake, a full earthquake.
Do.
Tsunami. We have a tsunami.
Hey.
Attention with this. The ship, the vessel, the oil tanker that the United States of America has taken from Nicolas Maduro. Grand prize. I can't believe it. They took away his Centuris. Oh my goodness. Exclusive video right now, family. Exclusive video right now.
Oh.
Ready. Again. Oh my god. That it wasn't sanctioned? But it carries 2.3 million barrels. They just ruined everything for Maduro. They just ruined it for him. They just ruined it for him right now. Family.
Yeah.
Did they just ruin it for Centuris right now? Well, well, well.
Oh.
I can't believe it. It's coming. It's coming. Now we'll confirm it's the Centuris. We have visual confirmation. There are the seals coming down. We are live right now. Live right now.
Oh.
Currently, we're sharing on social media, Twitter, Telegram, Facebook, and more. They took Span to Brother Skipper. Heading to Texas now. Come on, I want to see those clips. Now you have to record a clip of us. Now we have to record the clip. Come put it there. Maduro, they've gone after you with everything. They've hit you hard. They've screwed you over again. That's 2 times already. 5 million barrels lost, Nicolas Maduro.
Look. This is crazy.
Look, this is crazy. What a Saturday. Let's see who goes out with this. And now, let's go for it. The visual confirmation, it's huge. It's gigantic. My God, look. What an image. Here comes the visual confirmation.
Oh.
Put it in color. We want to see the Centuris. There it is, in color. Let's see it. Let's see it, family.
Yeah.
Centuris. There it is, Centuris. We've seen the name. There it is. Madness. This is madness. Look at it. But it's just that. It's here too. Just look at the picture. Just look at the tower. Blue and yellow. It's right there. It's Mario Monrovia. There he is. This is crazy. Oh my God. I can't. I feel like I'm dying already. But let's see. They just took away a huge oil tanker from him again. Well, Tron is going after the big ones, huh? Well, we have to celebrate this. People are freaking out here. I'm freaking out. 20,000 people. Boom, boom, boom. Merry Christmas, Nicholas. All right, we have to watch Miraflores television now. You won the big prize, Maduro, but have you gotten the egg? Oh my god. Of course, in theory, any ship that leaves Venezuela with Venezuelan oil without authorization, boom. Let's discuss Centuris' story, okay? Boom. I'm already hoarse and losing my voice. This is burning out my health. Let's see. "24 years old. The ship owner Centuris Shipping. Limited Stellar Ocean Limited. 333 meters, 58 meters wide. Freeboard 309 with 460 tons. 22.5.
Cool.
Sorry, dead weight, what it can carry. It can transport 2.3 million barrels of crude oil. It's scary.
Cool.
It's scary, I'm serious. He's been sailing in the Caribbean inside Curaçao's exclusive economic zone. Previous reports also showed him passing through the Strait of Malacca in October 2025 on a route to a destination with no coverage. Tracking sources showed that the vessel has called at ports such as Singapore, Malaysia, and Brazil throughout 2025.
25.
The Marco has had previous names, Arium until 2020 Mariam, and before that, the Centuris. The question is it sanctioned? According to the public lists of the United States and the European Union, Centuris isn't sanctioned. The Office of Foreign Assets Control specially designated nationals data does not appear. There is no public evidence that he is sanctioned. Mandela from Panama. He is not sanctioned. They just took down Centuris. Wow. Oh my god, this is crazy. Now let's get to the super chats. Now we're going all in, right? We need to play this song for Nicolas Maduro. Maduro, your song. Good evening, family. Welcome to Military Strategies. We are live right now. The United States of America has done it again, and this time, once more, in a big way. They're taking home. Home, the Christmas grand prize. The Centuris, a tanker with 2,300 million barrels. 2.3 million barrels of Venezuelan oil. Rich and tasty, courtesy of Nicolas Maduro, the cartel of the sons, Diosdado Abargado, and Vladimir Impotente. Congratulations, United States. Another one. Just another day. This is the Caribbean Sea military strategies. Let's begin. The ship is fully loaded. See how deep it sits in the water? Look, it's loaded to the top. It's really sunk down, huh? Oh. There's oil here. Oh, mamacita. Look at it, look at it. Oh my God, it's all the way up the ship. It's all the way up. Look at the water line. Well, there it is. Pirates of the Caribbean. Year 2095, December 20th. Another one. Camilo. We're nearing 372,000 followers. Subscribe if you haven't yet. My God. We need to send some mariachis to Miraflores. Someone send some mariachis to Nicolas Maduro to Miraflores. And besides, what bastards they are. They even put the name there, so you say, no, it's not Centuris. We spent an hour here thinking, saying not this one, not this one, this one. They went for the big one. It's incredible. I can't stop. I'm amazed. Oh, I am. Did you know that this ship usually transfers the oil to other ships out at sea? Ship to ship. But where was the Rackmax? But where was the escort? But where was everyone? Let's see. I want to know where Nicolas Maduro's security detail was. Am I going to go crazy when this guy comes out tonight and says all kinds of things? How must they be? How are the Orgojos, the firefly worms right now? How are they? Oh my goodness. Here, total chaos, huh? What the United States just did. Now I get it. Now I understand why all those ships are there together, all of them, and nobody is moving. I'm not missing this, huh? Come on, let's try to connect with Miraflores. They must have something live already. Diosdado, who was at an inauguration today, now has to be at a funeral. Well, they're in advertising mode, huh?
They will be the renewed powerful homeland with a police force that's a global example. They must earn respect. They must make people feel safe just by their presence. It is our Bolivarian police doctrine, independent of dignity and homeland, because only Bolivarians and revolutionaries.
My goodness, has Maduro treated you but well? Look, I was going to show you a couple of things while these guys are coming out on television. Let's go because I had a couple of videos prepared. It's no coincidence that it was China.
No.
Now you're going to see why. Everything makes sense. Everything comes together.
Tido.
Sometimes more, sometimes less, but everything makes sense.
No.
Look, I want you to watch this video. This is a message, not just because it's a big ship. You'll see why. If China bought the oil, this might explain why it was sent to the United States. You see, these are some transported boxes with their names covered, and the rifles you see are made in China. They have received rifles made in China. Specifically, the rifle model we're looking at is the Type 56.
Hey, says.
This one is for the militiamen. Well, they've covered up the name. But the United States knows that by the type of rifle, it's from China. It's a Chinese rifle. Well, you've sent rifles to Nicolas Maduro, so now I'm taking your oil tanker. Bang! By the way, that building we're looking at is the Honor Guard building that protects Nicolas Maduro. In Miraflores? Nothing more, nothing less. Everything is located here. We already have it. At the clip, but anyway, do you guys want to laugh a little? Let's see, community, do you want to laugh a little longer? Do you want more? Do you want to laugh a lot more? Had you met Rackmax? Do you want to meet now? The Motor Mice? Welcome to Vuela. Do you want to see it? Pay attention to this. The secret weapon, the one that will protect ships and highways, ports of Venezuela. Here it is. I can't believe it. Tactical modification. This is great, tactical modification. Two-wheeled vehicles. Oh my God. The question is, how does he shoot and ride the motorcycle? It has turn signals. Oh my God, but who could it be? It reminds me of Indiana Jones's tricycle. You can't move it.
Oh.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. And of course, when you want to turn, you fall over. Of course. Yes. United to win. United. Bolivarian army. I'll stick with Rackmax. I like Rackmax better. No way, but this is Admi brand. What the heck is this?
No.
But damn it, what are you guys doing?
No.
The shock absorbers work well. The bike is vintage. The bike is. It is. And we have to add music to this video. No, it can't stay like this. We have to add music to this video.
Yo.
Come on, let's look for something there. Something like, this sounds to me like. I can see it, you know? The secret weapon from the Rackmax to the Terminator's motorcycle. Only in Venezuela?
No.
The truth is, you have to admit it, Venezuelan R&D is unique.
Oh.
And besides, it's the best of all. Don't forget to put on your yellow vest so the enemy can see you, just in case there's an accident and they can't find you. Crazy family.
Yeah.
This is strategy. We bring you the best, the worst, and then comes this, which we don't know how to define. Why is he wearing camouflage with a yellow vest? I don't know. They must know. It's Venezuela. Anything is possible. All right, that's enough. Relax, family. Take it easy this Saturday. The body knows. Terminator oil workers, the yellow vest thing is just insane, huh? I mean, just look at that picture, huh? I mean, look at that. All that's left is the V16 beacon.
Jeez.
You're all crazy, says Susie. It's missing the V16 beacon. Yes. What madness is this? It's a real shame. It's a Royal Enfield. Imagine a Harley with a machine gun. Oh my God. Damn it, sorry. It slipped out, I'm sorry. We have to put the sound, the beep. Where's the beep? Right? Let's see, Maduro, listen. They're coming for you, Maduro. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. No, aren't these shows the best? These shows are the best, huh? Maduro, please, come out now. Say something already, Maduro. But who would think of that? Well, the motorcycle doesn't have a license plate. This is terrible, huh? Safety, road safety, terrible. By the way, where was State Night? Where was Diosdado while they were stealing the oil tanker? Let's see, Diosty with the machete. Diosty with the machete. Where were you all night? Where were you last night instead of guarding the oil tankers? Gulf Diosty was out partying. Look, listen.
Good evening, soldier. Put on your seatbelt.
Diosdado sat belt.
Hey, it's 41 minutes past night. We're coming through here by the Marichi Rose. Let's show some respect, okay?
In Petare, Diosdado goes alone to Petare. What does Diosdado have in Petare?
Come on. We got on like we were going to Santa Maria University and ended up here to Marichi.
Is he going to see his lover? Diosdado with his lover?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh, that place has some lights, huh? Of questionable morals, huh?
Good salsa.
Yeah, good salsa, the kind they have right now on the Centuris oil tanker. Oh, little merengue, did they give you one?
Yes.
Valinado, the sperm whale they just took from you. What a whale. They just took it from you.
What does that sound around here? Well, and the changa, the president's changa can also be heard here. Look at this. Look. Here we are, Rose of Marichi. All the shops are open.
Well, just so you know, the car has medium armor, not high armor. And I'm going to explain why. Let's get serious now. Come on, serious things. Because if not, in the end, this won't be about military strategies, it'll be circus strategies. Will this be a circus? Let's see. The car doesn't have high-level armor because you can roll down the window. I've been talking to a company for a while to understand civilian car armoring, how it works. They were explaining a lot of things to me. They told me that when the window glass can be rolled down or up, it doesn't provide all the maximum protection that you can get in the vehicle protection ranking. So that vehicle might not be able to withstand a .50 caliber round. To put it simply, yeah, there are a lot of people walking around. The flavor of Piro. Let's see, and what people are waiting for is for you to leave. Diosdi? Oh my god, I'm turning off the music, okay? Diasti out for a showy walk?
Let's go up this way and see how things are.
Well, he must have 4 cars in front and 4 behind, right? 4 in front, 4 behind. Well, Diasti, now you should go down to the port to see what's going on with the oil.
Esto es un mundo aparte.
Sí, sí,
Si
sí.
usted necesita algún repuesto, véngase para Filas Amarillas que aquí lo consigue. Una ferretería, aquí véngase para Filas.
If you need an oil tanker, call Donald Trump, Diasti. If you need an oil tanker, call Donald Trump.
Hello, hardworking people. A hug, so stay tuned. So there it is.
There's Diasti. Yes, you look at the clock, if the FEA has to be preparing the official statement right now, right? He must be looking right now. Him. Come on, the death certificate. Chiske, there are things I don't understand or that seem out of the ordinary to me. I'm serious. Who would think of sending an oil tanker with 2,300,000 barrels? I don't know. Let's check the latest from these people. Because there has to be a latest video, there has to be a video already. There just has to be a video. If you see a video, please tag me on Twitter. Military strategist.
That
It's crazy, huh? It's really crazy. I see that people have already made clips. I see. Good. Today you can make clips. Good for the fireflies, as I call them. The regime's pets are crying today. There they all are, now crying around the supreme leader. Tremendous. It's a blow. It's a very, very big blow. That's Chilindrina. Chilindrina is talking. Chili, let's see. Look, Flores Television.
No, Chilindrina isn't here.
She's around here, Vladimir.
Vlad stays active throughout the country in defense of the homeland. Let's see more.
The militia is one of those instruments that the revolution has created. Wonderful, which has surged with an unprecedented force that breathes throughout the entire territory. And one of the tasks we have is precisely to reinvigorate all the fighting groups in every productive and working sector of Venezuelan society. Everything has public or private company has its own unit to guarantee production and also to defend production.
Yes, well, they start putting people on oil tankers.
It's a role that we have.
Who starts putting maniacs on the oil tanker?
From now on, from these processes.
Now he's put on this jungle outfit. Urban jungle.
And the Minister of Defense also specified that while Venezuela faces threats from the United States, the constituent process strengthens democracy.
Sí.
Yes.
With 2,300,000 strengthened barrels.
Creating power, creating the new.
Yes, funding everything, of course.
The homeland is currently in a true constituent process.
Of course.
In factories, in the barracks.
Oh, my mother, Vladimir. Oh, my mother, Vladimir. Did they mess with you too today, huh?
The whole country is in a tricky constitutional process, facing threats and interventionism. And on the other hand, creating something new, something necessary.
Yes.
The rackmacks to deepen our democracy.
Start building ships and not just small boats or canoes. Start creating a place to hide, Vladimir. Start creating a place to hide because the storm is coming for you.
Pizarro and defend. The most sacred thing, the Magna Carta. The Constitution, everything is there, everything is there. That is the political, social, economic, productive sovereignty and defense project. It's all there in the Constitution.
How can you claim sovereignty if they've seized your ship?
And the General-in-Chief, Vladimir Padrino Lopez, also emphasized that the people of Venezuela respond.
But anyway, here on television, on the regime's television, what are they doing? A cut for every sentence he says.
The fool answers the call of the Constitution to defend the homeland, united in a single block of power in the nation. Let's see.
Yes, let's see.
We know who we are, a good people.
Useless.
Deep soul.
You are useless.
A people who want to work, who want to overcome difficulties, and who want to defend their homeland.
Oh my God, this already... They're going to hand out the acronyms. Plain in Maracay, let's see. What are you guys up to? But I think that's enough for today. Plain in Maracay? Let's see, a second plane in Maracay? Plane in Maracay. Well, yes, there are planes in Maracay. Yes. Yes, there are planes in Venezuela. Yes, let's see. CA, please.
Please, huh?
Could you see a plane flying over Venezuela? Let's see. I know it's strange, it's weird, it's not normal, but calm down, please. See, in Maracay, there's a plane. But up there above Aruba, there's an oil tanker with 2,300,000 barrels heading to Texas. Today I want oil tankers, today planes. Let's leave the planes alone today. Today is not a day for planes. Today is a day for ships. We have to enjoy the sea, the breeze, the salt, the light. Today is a day for relaxation. Today is a day for rackbacks. Today is a good day. Let's see what Vlad says.
Always. And we are obliged to defend the system. Democratico. The democratic legal system that is there written. Is yes.
Well, for now, poor defense, huh?
That is our project, the Constitution of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. And that Constitution calls us to defend the entire homeland.
Yes, you move your finger. This is the radar. When Vladimir Padrino moves his finger, that's how he's looking for something.
It urges comprehensive defense.
That's why we're here. Comprehensive.
Soldiers, militiamen, workers, and working women all united.
Know who's missing? Vladimir. His name is Centuris. He's a big oil tanker. Have you seen him? Has he been around here lately?
United. It's a single mass. Just a single block of power in the nation. What about major renewal?
But also in every corner of Venezuelan territory.
So they've been giving out free food for 2 weeks now, huh? Hey, in the end, it might not be so bad that Donald Trump is causing trouble out there because they're giving food to people.
With a total distribution of more than 31,000 tons across the whole country, where they also...
Whole processed chicken, leading chicken.
Seafood producers, chicken, meat, and other groceries. For my mother...
I'm going to tell you something, okay? I'm going to tell you something, okay? Maduro will call Delcy now to tell her to stop distributing food since they just took $170 million from us. Titan 5.
Go.
Titan 5. Well, that one is probably to take people from Australia, right? Let's see that one you're looking at right now. Wait a second. First, that plane you see. is not set up correctly, okay? Let's see. Titan 5 is misconfigured. They'll look for the same thing in Centuris now. Maybe Vladimir Padrino will go by plane. The ADS system is misconfigured because it's wrong, so don't pay attention to it. This will likely go to Havana, to Canel, or someone to help him. Now they're going to transport oil by plane. They're going to carry barrels of oil on planes. What a disaster. What? What a total breakdown. And Betty, the ugly one, still isn't here, right? She didn't show up yesterday. Maduro, huh?
Protect. Because it is illegal, according to the United Nations Charter and all international agreements, to try. It's illegal.
Huh, Maduro?
Preventing free naval trade. Naval. On the seas and oceans of the world.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, huh? Yeah. But why did they make it all colorful? Look, Nicholas, this guy came and took the boat. He looks like the nutty professor. Watch how mad he gets when they take away an oil tanker. When they take away an oil tanker, look at the crazy face the kid makes. Well, that's it. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas, for telling Donald Trump that it bothers you when they take your ships. Thank you, Nicholas.
Now is not the time for privateers.
No.
No.
Privateers license. No, ha ha ha.
He's having a hard time, huh? He is having a hard time. Look, they had given him the Venezuelan Nobel Peace Prize, huh?
He's really screwed, huh?
There hasn't been anything, so what is this? Merry Christmas. Well, that's it. Merry Christmas. Delcy. Let's check what Delcy has written. Come on, let's see Delcy. Petróleos de Venezuela, Sociedad Anónima, announces that within the framework of the Productive Independence Plan, its workers have reached the goal of 1,200,000 barrels planned for this year. It is preparing to meet increased production and 2026 goals.
Ace.
The best Christmas gift that our people of worthy and free men and women can receive is the outstanding work of our oil workforce, who confront and defeat the harassment, hostilities, and imperial illegality that attacks and threatens the human rights of Venezuelans. Nothing and no one will stop us. Together with President Nicolas Maduro, we will continue on our victorious path of honor and national dignity.
Nal.
He says, "Here, Betty, the ugly one of 1,200,000 barrels. Well, Betty, we have bad news. That's 2,300,000. It seems to me." What? We have a problem. How do we fix this? Huh? That thing about they're not going to stop us? Where do we fit into this video? Oh my goodness. The captain of the ship must have made a face when he saw 4 weirdos show up and some guys bigger than a bus get off. He probably thought, "War, take me now. Did you call Maduro or Vladimir? Where are you guys? They're here. What do I do?" And them? So, huh? And I said, "Hello. War, peace, no dialogues, no war. No oil for blood, no blood for oil." And she was like, she doesn't even know what she's saying anymore. Oh my God, what craziness. Right now, we're here losing our voices on a Saturday instead of dancing to the song of the year. No war, peace. Between this and the motorcycle, that's it. Let's call it a day.
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Come on, let's get to the super chats, family. Let's get to the comments. Let's get to the whole story.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the video here to torture you a little. Free movies? See, you don't even need Netflix. You go to Military Strategies, you subscribe, you hit the bell, and every day we bring a new episode. Like in the last episode, Skipper, in the new episode, Centuris. Look, you know something? Now I get it. The thing about the Siamese twins, the Skipper is just like this boat. They're Siamese twins, like Petro and Maduro. Now they'll live together in the port of Texas, offloading the precious liquid gold. Oh, I'm bored. Even Jules Verne wouldn't write this. Not even Jules Verne. I've done wrong. I wrote to God and you've lost a ship. What's the name of that ship? It's called Enorme. Enorme. Imagine the biggest thing you've ever seen. Well, that's Enorme. And bastard, let's see. Bip, what bastard? Donald Trump? You only take away the big ships. Only the big ships? It's that he's already taken them away. Let's see, 300 from each. And 5 million, more than 5 million barrels. Over 5 million barrels they've blown behind his back. Goodbye, Uncle. Is it that? Have they put him in? I'm not going to say it again, though. I mean, 4,600,000 barrels. And the worst part isn't that, it's that they're going to take even more from them. The United States will join a fleet of oil tankers. They did it on Saturday to keep the price down. This was planned, you know? 400, 600. I think there must be 5 million between one and the other, for sure. Total mess. This is a total mess. A total mess. Look, I stream every day and more than once. I wanted to do today's live of Alexander Garcost Artega. The butcher's gonna go crazy, huh? Well, just so you know, Osato Cabello has given the order to hunt down all dissident YouTubers abroad. They're coming after us. Well, please don't come wearing a yellow vest. If I see a guy on a motorcycle with a yellow vest and a little water gun, I already know it's them. I already know it's them. This looks like military strategies strolling down the street. But I already know they're coming for me. Yellow vest, I run. Oh my God, you know what this reminds me of? The movie Delta Force with Chuck Norris. That movie with a plane hijacking? They land in Lebanon and they send Chuck Norris with the Delta Force. And they have motorcycles that can fly. This is the same, it's a kind of transformer, but on video. See. It's crazy. Every day brings new nonsense and stories. I don't know, but not even the Power Rangers dressed like that. I mean, we had the red one, the blue one, Pinky. We had Pinky, the pink Power Ranger. But yellow, we had yellow. Yeah. We had yellow, but green, like a firefly. We didn't have any. I don't know. Knights of the Zodiac. One thing is that I don't know. At least they wear helmets or something similar. Safety comes first, and they don't even wear boots. They're also missing gloves. Imagine if he's shooting while driving, the guy in the back gets hit by shell casings. Look, in the Indiana Jones movie, the one about the search for the Holy Grail, Indiana is riding without Connery. It was a tricycle. The tricycle has a machine gun, and machine gun, I think something like that, but putting it on a tricycle? I mean, since you already spent money welding this onto the motorcycle, just put together a tricycle with a machine gun, which would be the normal thing to do. But I don't get it. And they're driving around inside Venezuela?
No.
They've copied the transponder from another plane. Trust me, don't forget. Well, things are getting interesting. Things are getting interesting. Look, the hunter is going out to hunt again. Careful, Trump is hungry. And plane. He looks like it, huh? The plane looks substantial. It's probably going to Panama. It's probably a plane that's going to Panama. Look at the mess they caused for him. To Nicole Nico. She must be pulling her hair out right now. If she pulls her dentures, they'll fall out. She must be right now, Chilita. She must be right now. They all have to be in that Temu bunker with the Temu screens. Watching Fly Radar and saying we didn't see this just means the helicopters didn't appear on Fly Radar. Well, that's it. That's exactly what happened. Well, what a crazy situation.
What a crazy story, huh? What a crazy thing, family. Yeah. There we are, 20,000 people. Yes.
Doxing Nicolas Maduro and the lost oil tanker. When I was a kid, I always read about the Bermuda Triangle. I always said, hey, there are things that happen in the Caribbean Sea. Ships that disappear, planes, but an oil tanker and two oil tankers. I'd never seen this before, you know? Imagine if now the oil tanker shows up in 60 years. In a... No. It's parallel to 2 dimensions. Manhattan Project, I think. That's crazy. That's crazy, family.
Yeah.
What a real madness. What a night. Well, we'll have to come back later. Reactions. If you can even react, I don't know what kind of reaction they'll have. I really don't know. I just don't know how they'll react. I'm not sure how they'll react. How do you react to this? How can you react? How do you react to this? What is he going to come out and say? We're useless. We don't have a navy. The Americans are doxing us, and our radars don't work. We can't shoot down any plane, not even a seagull. We can't even shoot down a cormorant. Maria Karina escapes on a boat with a guy who has some kind of company that rescues people around the world. To me, this already seems too humiliating to stay in power. It's not even about whether he has to leave or not, whether it's legitimate or not. It's that they're humiliating him. They're doxing him to death. To Nicolas Maduro. It slips out from Maria Karina. It slips out from Skipper. It slips out from Centuris. Planes that appear over La Guaira and then disappear. Hey, I don't know if there are paranormal things in Venezuela, but this is a mystery. Someone has to explain it. And the person meant to explain won't. Oh my God, what madness. Oh yes, the night has just begun. The night's just started. Family?
Yeah.
Thank you for your collaboration, membership, super chat, and for celebrating with us. See you later now. We'll be back when we have more info about what the hell happened here. See you on Military Strategies. Greetings, family.
Yeah.